talk about analytics courses offered by Skillspire. So there are two courses offered. One is the Introduction to Analytics, another is Advanced Analytics. So in the introduction area, and I have a link here, and if you go to the website, it's fairly easy to find under courses. So in the introductory one, we have basically three different sections you can think of. And what we do there is, in the first part, we really teach people Excel as much as we can. And then we get into SQL, which is a widely used, very popular tool to extract data or summarize data. So we, starting from basic to intermediate to advanced SQL, we go through all of that. In the third part, we focus more on the Power BI tool. But again, if you learn one tool like that, it's very easy to really transition to a different tool. So if you know Power BI, for you to switch to Tableau or vice versa should be fairly easy because a lot of the concepts are very similar. So in this phase, we really think about if I just had one of this visualization tool, right? What can I do? As part of that, one of the area we cover is best practices within data visualization. What are the things you need to keep in mind as you draw different charts and graphs and whatnot? So we go through the best practices and provide a lot of guidance there. We learn about data transformation. We also learn about how to relate different data entities together. And then we learn about, creating reports, publishing report, how to share with other people, and so on, and how to create dashboards, etc. And then next one is the advanced analytics course. So this one is focused more on so the previous one was more focused on junior data analyst role, and this is more focused on the data science career. So as for the topics covered here, we talk about hands-on Python, and so the people actually a couple of sessions they spend time on learning Python. Then we spend time on exploratory data analysis. Then we do data visualization using Python. And then we learn about some of the things we were discussing earlier, predictive modeling. We learn about customer segmentation and whatever segmentation have you. We learn about time series forecasting. And we learn about some basic optimization and also recommendation technique. And some of these topics, of course, how deep it goes, it depends on the cohort that we have at that point. So we usually adjust based on people's background and what can be covered throughout that. So a couple of things here. So overall, maybe I'll just touch up in that area, how does the class look like. So it's usually 50% of story time or lecture time, and then 50% of demo exercise hands-on. Of course, it can vary. It's just sort of estimate. And then, so within the class, of course, you also get to do hands-on exercise, right? Okay. And also after the session is done, then what typically happens, you get a homework in a day or two. So, I used to teach on Thursday. So typically, Friday night, I'd be posting, homework for you, and then you'd be working on that and submit that a couple of days ahead of the next class so that the instructor has time to evaluate that.